You want me to do a mic? Good? Can you hear? Good. Is it 1:30? Can we get started? Or? All right. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for taking some time out of your afternoon to spend some time with the LATICRETE family. We're excited to have you guys. My name is Dustin Prevette. I'm the Senior Product Manager for Shower Systems, Floor Heat, and Membranes. So a large encompassing category all under the LATICRETE umbrella. So we're really here to talk to you today for this specific demo about our waterproofing and all of the different solutions that we have around waterproofing. Before I do so, I just want to remind everybody, for those of you who don't know, and maybe a reinforcement for some of you guys that do, but waterproofing is a category that we like to consider one of the pillar categories that our company was built on, along with adhesives and also grout. So when you think about waterproofing and the lineage and the legacy of LATICRETE, we go all the way back to 1974, and that is when we launched our 9235 waterproofing membrane. At the time, it was the first load-bearing latex-based waterproofing solution that allowed you to easily apply or roller apply a liquid waterproofing. So it was revolutionary at the time. It kind of set the market on its head and became the new standard. So with that, you don't want to just become stagnant. You want to continue to grow. And that's where we launched HydroBand. So in 2007, about 15 years ago, we launched HydroBand, which is our number one selling latex-applied waterproofing membrane. So what was unique about HydroBand is it accomplished two things. It cut down on the overall time to tile. As you guys know, time is money. The quicker you can tile, the quicker and more efficient you can be, and the better you can get with your quotes, and the quicker you can move on to the next job. So, in addition to that, it also cut down the time to flood test. So when you think about time to tile and time to flood test, the flood testing then became from 12 hours down to 2 hours. Lastly, it allowed for no longer having to use fabric in corners, coves, and transitions. So it became more efficient from a time perspective, and it became more efficient from a cost and usage perspective. So now that we have history aside, I want to walk you through some of the categories that we have. So liquid applied is going to be the balance and the bulk of the presentation, but we also have other solutions, meaning sheet membrane, we have HydroBand board, we also have a cementitious-based product in HydroBand cementitious, and a quick cure product, which works as the exact reverse of HydroBand in that it looks for moisture within the system to cure. So when you think about, just real quick, when I put a bow on sheet membrane and board, the reasons we have these is because there's one, contractor preference, there's end user preference, there's spec, and then there's also the preference of like I said, the contractor and or the end user. So there's some similarities between the two. They are both vapor permeant, so they can be used in steam showers. They have all of the IAPMO and ICC codes, so they can be used as a primary shower pan liner, and they meet the ANSI 1810 standards. They also have guide markers on there to help you with measuring out on the wall to help make the installation process a little bit easier. So now, let me get these out of the way. Thank you. So now we're going to get started on the liquid, and we're going to start with what's new. So HydroBarrier Plus is so I'm going to walk you through basically the line continuum of our latex-based system. First being HydroBarrier Plus. So this is an enhanced version of our popular HydroBarrier formula. It comes in 1 gallon, 3.5 gallon, and 5 gallon configurations. We've cut the time to flood test down from 24 to 12 hours. It no longer requires the use of fabric in corners, coves, and transitions. It meets the ANSI 1810 for waterproofing and 1812 standards for crack isolation, up to 1/8 of an inch from new cracks starting or existing cracks expanding. It does include microband in the world we live in right now. Antimicrobial is a nice story. It's an upcharge. It's a selling feature for the product. It has that peace of mind that it's going to give you throughout the balance of the install and then after the install is complete. It is IAPMO and ICC certified, and we doubled the warranty from a 5-year to a 10-year as part of our shower installation system warranty. So as you can see, Jill has already started to apply the HydroBarrier Plus to the right-hand portion of the wall. Much like HydroBand, this does have the color-changing technology in it. It is a 2-coat applied system. So as that coat starts to soak into the backer board, it is going to darken. So there is a visible color change to let you know that it's cured, to give you that cue to start the second coat. Much like HydroBan, it has a 12 to 20 mil thickness wet application per coat. And like I said, it comes in 4x1, 3.5, 5, and a 275-gallon configuration. The coverage, you're going to get about 50 square feet per coat. And that's 50 square feet per gallon, and that's 2 coats. That counts as the 2 coats to the full expectation of that 1812 standard. So when you think about crack isolation, you have to spread it a little bit thicker with some of the other materials in order to hit that certain spec to guarantee that 1/8-inch crack protection. So to kind of just frame it a little bit better side by side, we had our old Hydro Barrier on the left, our new Hydro Barrier Plus on the right. Flood time cut in half, no more fabric required. We added the MicroBand. We have it Green Guard certified. It meets 1810 and 1812. It's also IATMO certified. It comes in the 1, 3, and now a new 5-gallon configuration, and the warranty is doubled from 5 years over to 10 years. It can be used in all of the applicable substrates that you guys are familiar with. It's used both interior and exterior. Again, if you're using it in a steam shower or a steam room, this wouldn't be the product for you. This is not steam shower or steam room rated. So next, we're going to talk about HydroBan XP. So this is our new flagship, top-of-the-line HydroBan. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of a sense, Jill is going to be spreading HydroBan first, and this is just to show you guys the color continuum. You guys already know, who in the crowd is familiar with HydroBan? Anybody use HydroBan? I see some hands up. All right, so we're not going to get into that one in a lot of detail. I just want you guys to see the different colors and the color spectrum of what it would look like, Hydro Barrier Plus, HydroBan, HydroBan XP. So what is HydroBan XP? The XP stands for Extreme Performance. So this is a new version of HydroBan that is now going to be steam room or steam shower rated. You can now apply it at a lower substrate temperature or ambient temperature. If you guys are in colder markets or you're in a market where the HVAC has not been put in yet or it's just relatively cold, it's a 35 to a 95 degree Fahrenheit application range. Much like HydroBan, it's going to meet and exceed the 1810 and 1812 standard for waterproofing and crack isolation. It is IATMO certified, it's Green Guard certified, and it carries an extra heavy Robinson rating. It is part of our lifetime warranty. So when you think about, the best warranty, or what we'd like to call one of the industry's best warranties, this product is going to meet it. It's part of our lifetime system warranty. Much like HydroBan, it comes in a 4x1, a 5-gallon, and a 275-gallon tote, and it's going to give you that same 50 square foot per gallon coverage. So as you can see, Jill's still putting the finishing touches on the HydroBan, and he's going to transition over, or Adam's going to transition over to the HydroBan XP. So what is new and unique when you put them side by side? We're looking at the same 2-hour flood test, but again, steam shower and steam room rated. Now, this also opens itself up to other options when you're using HydroBan XP. If you were looking to do a shower install and you were using our HydroBan board in a steam shower, which is Permian rated, you can use HydroBan XP in the corners, coves, and transitions. So you guys won't have to use the traditional seam tape banding if you didn't have it available at the time. If you had a gallon or two or a bucket of HydroBan XP, that can be used to coat the corners, coves, and transitions. In addition, the substrate temperature has been dropped down to 35 degrees from its previous 50. It carries a lifetime warranty, and again is IATMO certified, ICC certified, and Green Guard certified. Again, the major change, used in steam showers and steam rooms, again, can still be used externally and internally. It bonds to a number of popular substrates, ABS, PVC, metal, concrete, all of the common ones that you guys probably come across or your end users come across on a daily basis. And then last but not least, it can be applied at a lower substrate temperature, so it gives it a little bit more versatility. So when you think XP, you think low-end temperature at the low end of the spectrum in terms of extreme performance, and then steam shower and steam room rated at the high end. So we like to think we've we've cornered the market in terms of innovation at both of those key touch points. So just to sum it all up, LATICRETE, right? Waterproofing is in our DNA. It's part of what grew the company to where it is today. And we offer a number of different solutions that are both end-user-based, contractor-based, and customer-based, right? So we have a liquid applied, again, with all of the various ones we went through, Hydro Barrier Plus, HydroBand, HydroBand XP. We have our sheet membrane. We have our very popular wallboard. And then we have our other, which is our Quick Cure and our HydroBand cementitious. So we like to think we have all of our bases covered. We basically have a solution for you no matter what the job calls for. So with that, I'll leave it open now. What I will do, and we will do, we have a lot of material left. We'll throw out a couple of boards. If anybody wants to come up, you want to see how easy it spreads, see how workable it is with the roller, feel free to do so. But before I open it up to that, does anybody have any questions on anything that I went through today? The blue one is Hydro Barrier Plus. Yep. So Hydro Barrier Plus, HydroBand, HydroBand XP. So all of those have the same color changing technology. As we talk through it, you guys wait and time elapses, you'll start to see those colors. You can almost see the Hydro Barrier Plus has gotten a little bit darker since Gilles applied it originally. And that just is letting you know that the water is removing itself from the moisture is removing itself from the board and the membrane, and that's when it's starting to cure, and that's what's going to kick in for the next coat. Anybody else?
On the exterior stuff, you have to cover it with tile within so many hours.
Correct, because then it weakens the bond. I think it's every 12 hours it starts to weaken the bond by 20%. Okay. Yes. So great question. Anybody? All right. So if anybody wants to come, we have plenty of material. We have rollers. You guys can knock yourselves out. We have gloves. And again, thank you for your time. Really appreciate you taking the time out for us. On your chairs, there are sell sheets that speak specifically to the 3-product continuum, the Hydro Barrier Plus, the HydroBand, the HydroBand XP. We left the shower system brochure for you and a postcard so you can register for some extra LATICRETE swag. Hopefully you win something good. I'm not exactly sure what we're giving away yet, but we only give away good stuff here. So again, thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate it.